Good afternoon and welcome to News 9. I'm Nolan Pinto. Now, a man committed suicide at his residence in JP Nagar by hanging. Now, the deceased has been identified as Shivana. 32-year-old Shivana was a cook at the Adigas Hotel and was specialized in cooking of dosas. It is believed that Shivana committed suicide after he had a tiff with his wife over his drinking habit. However, his relatives have been alleging that it is a cold-blooded murder. In fact, a man committed suicide at his residence in JP Nagar this morning by hanging. However, his relatives allege that it is nothing but murder. Now, to discuss more about this, I'm joined by my colleague Varghese. Varghese, can you give us more information on this?
Well, 32-year-old Shivana was found hanging at his residence in JP Nagar, and he is actually a native of Mysore. He was working in Bangalore for the last 7 years, and he was working in Adigas Hotel as a dosa bhatta, as a person who was specialized in the cooking of dosas. And what we at present know is that he had married some 6 years ago, and yesterday was he was celebrating his 6th wedding anniversary. In the party, apparently, Shivana had drunk a lot of alcohol, and he was in a very drunken state when he called up his wife in Mysore, and apparently his wife advised him not to drink a lot, and this led to some kind of an argument between the couple, and because of which he said it is speculated that Shivana committed suicide by hanging when nobody was there in the house. But at present, there has been also several of his relatives alleging that this could be a murder and could be foul play in it, because Shivana was not a person who was known to, in fact, commit suicide for such silly reasons. So it is also, there are relatives who are also alleging that it could be foul play. But the police have taken notice of it, and they've in fact registered a case, and now investigations are on to find out whether it was a suicide or a murder, Nolan.
Now, Varghese, are the relatives suspecting anybody?
Well, the relatives have not openly spoken about their suspicions or about anything that could have led to someone, in fact, going and killing this concerned person. But what it has been speculated at present is that there could be foul play. They've only spoken to the police and are very tight-lipped when it comes to the media, Nolan.
Right, Varghese, thank you very much for all those details. Now, 32-year-old Shivana was a cook at the Adigas Hotel and was specialized in the cooking of dosas. It is believed that Shivana committed suicide after he had a tiff with his wife over his drinking habit. However, his relatives have been alleging that it is a cold-blooded murder. Well, we now have election stories. Well, a Dalit organization in Mysore is protesting against the statements made by Baba Ramdev. They are protesting near the statue of Mahatma Gandhi against the crude statements of the Baba that stated that Rahul Gandhi was on honeymoon while visiting the house of Dalits. Now, the protesters want the immediate arrest of Baba Ramdev. The protesters got someone dressed as Ramdev and tied his hands. In fact, this is not the first such protest that has taken place in the past few days. Ever since he made those remarks, protests have erupted all over the country. Now, in Karnataka itself, we've seen protests in Bengaluru, in Mysore, in Tumkur, in other places by various organizations denouncing what he stated and also demanding his immediate arrest. Not one FIR, but many FIRs have been filed against him under the very stringent SC/ST Act. While protests are going on, Baba Ramdev is likely to be arrested as the law hands out high penalties for practicing or preaching untouchability. The Election Commission has also cancelled Ramdev's campaign for BJP in Himachal Pradesh and Amethi, effectively shutting down his promotion of BJP candidates. 5 FIRs have been lodged against the yoga guru. 3 FIRs were registered against him in Gorakhpur, Agra and Patna for insulting Dalits yesterday. In fact, Baba Ramdev, however, claims that his statement on Rahul Gandhi has been misinterpreted. And to quote what he stated, "People have interpreted my honeymoon comment wrongly. I did not intend to insult Dalits. I did not mean to insult Rahul Gandhi or Dalits. He indulges in publicity with photos of him sitting in their homes. If my statement hurt the Dalits, I regret it." Unquote. However, even though he apologized within 24 hours, the damage had already been done, with protests erupting throughout the country and FIRs being filed. In fact, 5 FIRs have been filed against him, and we have information that he may soon be arrested after he was booked under the very stringent SC/ST Act for his remarks that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi goes to Dalit homes for picnic and honeymoon. Now, the poll panel has also banned Ramdev from campaigning for the BJP in Himachal Pradesh and Amethi in view of the severe protests against him and demands for his arrest. Now, an FIR was lodged against him in Gorakhpur on Sunday, and 2 more FIRs were filed in Patna and Agra against the yoga guru under the same act on Monday. In fact, we're told that in Bihar also cases have been filed. We're told that Bihar Food and Consumer Protection Minister moved a Patna court against Ramdev under the Prevention of SC/ST Act. Members of the Dr. B.R. Ambedkar Bar Association in Agra filed a case in the Sessions Court under the same law. Now, yoga guru Baba Ramdev, who is openly supporting the BJP in the 2014 Lok Sabha polls, may soon be arrested after he was booked under the very stringent SC/ST Act for his remarks that Congress leader Rahul Gandhi goes to Dalit homes for picnic and honeymoon. Ramdev, who is also under the Election Commission scanner over his objectionable utterances, faces arrest as the law hands out high penalties for practicing or preaching untouchability. Now, the poll panel has also banned Ramdev from campaigning for the BJP in Himachal Pradesh and Amethi in view of severe protests against him and demands for his arrest. Now, the biggest problem for the BJP is that the BJP has been trying to woo the Dalit community in order to secure their Mission 272. Now, considering what Baba Ramdev has stated, how will this impact the BJP is the big question. However, the BJP is standing strong behind Baba Ramdev. BJP has rushed its firefighter Subramanian Swamy to the defense of the yoga guru. Swamy says that it is the doing of the Congress to insult sadhus and sants.
ये तो हमारे देश के सारे संतों के साथ इनको तंग करना, इन पर आतंक करना, इनको अपमान करना, इनको जेल में डालना, ये चलते आई है। बाबा रामदेव पर उनका विशेष क्रोध है सोनिया गांधी का। वो ये है कि इन्होंने जो भीड़ जमा की रामलीला ग्राउंड्स में और अन्य जगहों में, और जो एक संत भगवा कपड़ा पहन के जो घूमता है तो देश में उनको आदर करते हैं, तो किसी तरीके से उनका अपमान किया जाए। रामदेव ने पहले तो मैं कभी नहीं सोचता था कि उन्होंने ऐसी बात कही थी, क्योंकि हनीमून की जो अनेक परिभाषा होते हैं उसमें एक परिभाषा ऐसा भी है कि जो ये जो अर्थ लगा रहे वो नहीं है, उसमें इतना ही है कि जाकर सिर्फ हल्का पन की जो एक उसमें नमूना है। और लेकिन फिर भी रामदेव ने कह दिया कि किसी को ठेस पहुंचा है, तो मुझे दुख है, मैं अपने शब्दों को वापस लेता हूं। हमारी पार्टी में भी दलित लोग हैं, उन्होंने भी कहा कि हम लोगों को इसमें कोई बुरा नहीं लगा है, हमारे यहाँ एक उम्मीदवार भी हैं दिल्ली में, उदित राज, उन्होंने भी ये कहा है कि नहीं हम कोई बुरा नहीं मानते। तो ये ऐसे उछाल कर किसी तरीके से उनको परेशान करके उनको घर में बैठने के लिए प्रयास कर रहे हैं।
Well, more than 2.1 lakh armed men moving over 100 trains, 10,500 vehicles and 21 choppers could look like an army on the march. But this is no war. This is what's needed to organize polls in the world's largest democracy. And several of them have been posted in Telangana, as one of the most sensitive areas goes to polls tomorrow. About 4 lakh staff, including 1.4 lakh security personnel, are on poll duty. Simultaneous polling in 119 Assembly and 17 Lok Sabha constituencies will also be held in Telangana. Now, polling will be held from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. in all but 10 constituencies. Now, polling will end by 4 p.m. in 3 Assembly constituencies and by 5 p.m. in 7 due to Mao's threat. As many as 1,669 candidates for Assembly and 265 for Lok Sabha are in the fray. 2 electronic voting machines will be used in 8 Lok Sabha and 31 Assembly constituencies, where the number of contestants is more than 15. The highest number of 32 candidates are in the race for the Amberpet Assembly seat. Polling will be conducted at 30,518 polling stations. Live webcast of polling will be taken up in 16,512 polling stations in the first phase, and the remaining polling stations will be covered by videography, static cameras and micro observers. Well, the bitter war of words continued today as well, as Lalu Yadav took a dig at Narendra Modi. Lalu Prasad Yadav launched a blistering attack on Narendra Modi and said that even a butcher would feel ashamed to be compared with him. Now, Lalu further questioned whether a person like Modi is suitable to be the Prime Minister of the country.
इकोनॉमिक्स टाइम में छपा हुआ दिया इंटरव्यू, बुच्चर भी मतलब वो शर्माता है, बुच्चर भी मतलब वो शर्माता है नरेंद्र मोदी से। वो आदमी देश का प्राइम मिनिस्टर बनेगा, सारा देश जानता। अभी देखो सबका झोपड़ी उजाड़ रहा है, ये नीतीश कुमार उजड़ा रहा है, ये सब गरीब लोग माइनॉरिटी है। लो से इंटरव्यू लो और लीजिए ना बेटे, कहा इसका उजाड़ रहा है।
Now, the comment by the RJD chief comes a day after TMC called Modi the butcher of Gujarat. Now, this comes just barely a day after he took Twitter digs at Modi too. Well, this is what he tweeted: "I have drive and punctured out Narendra Modi's balloon in Bihar." Went on to also state that I am the son of the soil. I have drank mother's milk and also cow and buffalo milk. And even a butcher also feels ashamed of him. That's for Modi. And what will he fight against me? In fact, the tenor of campaigning in this final stretch of elections seems set at ugly, with Lalu Prasad Yadav actually questioning Modi, saying even a butcher is ashamed of Narendra Modi should this person become the Prime Minister of India.